Minutes past the hour, so it's time for half-hour headlines.
Sure is. FedEx Field has a lot of issues. Cursed turf, leaky pipes. No real character to it. Yeah. But they were running a Heinicke special on Thursday night. Taylor Heinicke got his first win as a starter in his first regular season start for Washington. 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 game-winning drive to set up a game-winning field goal. 43 yards from Dustin Hopkins. A career-high 11 grabs, 107 yards, and a score for Terry McLaurin. 30-29 as Washington gets its first win of the season. Giants, meanwhile, stumbling out of the gates 0-2 for the 5th straight year. Let's go back to Taylor, though. Tay, nobody calls him that. A roller coaster of a night, right, to say the very least. But by coming out with a win, made a small bit of history. According to Elias, he becomes just the 52nd quarterback to start for Washington, right? Since that stat was first tracked in 1950. Last night, the first to throw for 300 yards and lead a game-winning drive in his first regular season start. Giants fans aren't the only ones frustrated with the loss or with the quarterback, Daniel Jones. His best receiver in that group, plenty frustrated as well. Look at Kenny Golladay just giving him the business on the sideline late in the 4th quarter. 1-point game, not the best look. Golladay targeted 8 times, only 3 catches for 38 yards. Not the best stat line either. Here's how Jones summed it up.
He was frustrated with the situation. I don't really think it was to me or anyone in particular. We're all good and love Kenny. I thought he played hard and did a lot of good things out there. There's lots of ways to communicate and we'll work through it. I think there's a lot of emotions to the game and I certainly understand that. Me and Kenny have a great relationship and I know we can communicate and do what we need to do there.
What we're trying to tell you is that the Giants have issues. Their record and their offensive line now among them, especially now that they're going to be without Nick Gates. Gruesome is the word that I'm going to go with when describing what happened to his lower left leg. He's going to have surgery this morning. When asked to describe what happened, Gates told his agent, "I snapped that beep in half."
Man. All right, word Thursday, the Colts will be a part of a little NFL history. Indy's going to be the focus of the first in-season run of HBO's Hard Knocks. The show made its debut in 2001. It's been a preseason staple, but now it's going to follow Carson Wentz and company during this season as it makes its debut on November 17th. Indy's never been on Hard Knocks before. St. Elmo, about to get a ton of national exposure.
Oh, this is literally
Give me that cocktail sauce. Let's go.
One of the best parts of the baseball season may have come to an early end. No more Shohei Ohtani, at least on the mound. Angels manager Joe Maddon says Ohtani's arm is sore, and if that soreness sticks around, we may not see him pitch again. He's still able to hit, though, and right now Ohtani has 44 home runs, second in all of baseball. Ohtani is sitting on 9 wins. Maddon says obviously 10 looks and sounds better, but he can't let that be his guide. No matter how this plays out, Ohtani will own one of the most unique seasons in all of baseball history. There have been more than 6,000 times in which pitchers have collected 100 Ks in a season. 351 times, hitters have gone north of 40 home runs in a season. Ohtani is the only player in baseball history to do both.
Ooh. All right, we're witnessing a special season. We are witnessing a special player. That's what Royals skipper Mike Matheny said about Salvador Perez. After another home run from the Royals catcher, 45th of the season, tying Johnny Bench's 1970 record for dingers by a backstop. He's now 3 taters away from matching Jorge Soler's team ding-dong record. He's tied with Mike Sweeney for second on the club's all-time big fly list with 197.
When the NHL starts on October the 12th, the league expects 98% of its players to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. It's not a league mandate, but among other things, restrictions including not potentially being able to cross the border from the U.S. into Canada without a lengthy quarantine have made not getting vaccinated slightly prohibitive.
Let's be clear here. Eric Bieniemy should already be a head coach in the NFL. He's not, though, and now he's mentioned as a candidate to fill the USC head coaching vacancy. Adam Schefter reporting Bieniemy went to high school in the L.A. area, told confidants in the past that USC is one of the only college jobs that might interest him. For now, though,
I am where my feet are, okay? So when it's all said and done, when I am focused on the task at hand, I'm not worried about anything where my name is being mentioned. If USC reached out to me right now, my answer would be I am preparing, all right, for this team to play against the Baltimore Ravens.
We got a square peg, round hole situation, and it is a real problem for the Purdue band. The world's largest drum is too big for Notre Dame Stadium. Seriously, it's not going to fit through the tunnel. So for the first time since 1979, Purdue is going to have to perform at halftime without their giant drum on game day. Purdue's an engineering school, right?
Purdue is an engineering school.
Can they not come up with a solution to this drum problem?
I think they put people on the moon from Purdue.
Don't they have people on campus that can handle
Well, they don't think
this?
it'll fit. Here's the thing. They think it possibly will get snared on the roof of the tunnel, but I don't know, like, isn't it a round peg, square hole situation? Because the drum is...
Those are your half-hour headlines.
And Dustin Hopkins takes the field with a chance to win.
Oh, you missed it. He missed it. There's a flag down.
Offside on the defense. Back.
Shot to redeem himself. Good! Washington wins!
You give them enough tries, they got it done. That's unfortunate.
I just think we all have to be better as professionals, but I'm not going to put this on any one player once.
Drink it in. Taylor Heinicke told the Old Dominion University sports website last fall that he was coming back to get his degree. He said, quote, "With football looking like it's coming to an end, it's something I'm really looking forward to." The thing is, football didn't end. Washington called. Then Heinicke almost beat Tom Brady and the Bucs in the playoffs. Then Ryan Fitzpatrick got hurt in the opener this season, and suddenly Heinicke is making his first career regular season start for Washington on Thursday Night Football, a start he won, and Kimberly Martin was there.
If you didn't believe in Taylor Heinicke before, you should now. That was Chase Young's message following Washington's dramatic come-from-behind victory Thursday night over the division rival Giants that had the stands in FedEx Field shaking.
I just think that Taylor solidified himself as a real quarterback in this league. You know, we know that what he is. Everybody else may not. But I think today he just solidified himself as a real.
He's got a little swagger to him, and his teammates feed off of him. They really do. And when you watch the way, you know, those guys do feed off of him, it's pretty impressive.
I love guys who are always ready for their moment, always prepared. He doesn't complain about the reps that he gets in practice, even when he wasn't the starter. He just makes the most of his opportunities. That's all you can ask for.
But the night and the latest chapter in the Taylor Heinicke story could have gone much differently. Heinicke threw for 336 yards, but he almost cost his team the win with a fourth-quarter interception. But when he got one more chance, he made the most of it, driving Washington 50 yards downfield in 11 plays to set up Dustin Hopkins' game-winning field goal.
Just knowing that I'm going to have one more opportunity, don't let it roll over and make another mistake for the 2-minute drill. So really had to get my composure about me. And again, my teammates did a great job of having my back. So, you know, having them have confidence in me gives me a lot of confidence.
It may have only been Heinicke's first career win, but he's already drawing lofty comparisons from his teammates. J.D. McKissick said the QB was so calm and composed in the 2-minute situation, it reminded him of Russell Wilson. He wanted to make a play, and the only thing on his mind, said McKissick, was winning. For ESPN, I'm Kimberly Martin.
Kimberly, thank you. Thursday, Taylor Heinicke's third career NFL start, including playoff games. 916 passing yards, second most through 3 starts by any undrafted player since 1950, trailing only Austin Davis of the Rams and ahead of Tony Romo and Pro Football Hall of Famer Kurt Warner.
Coming up, you may be familiar with the kings of the crossover, Iverson, Harden, Kyrie, but we are going to introduce you to the queen. It's a move you have got to see coming up. And then